more time. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us for the 30th Annual Greater Philadelphia Martin Luther King Day of Service press conference. I'm Lorraine Ballard Mural, and a proud board member of Global Citizen and Director of News and Community Affairs for the 6 iHeartMedia stations. It is my honor to serve as your MC today as we come together to celebrate Dr. King's vision of a beloved community, a society rooted in justice, diversity, peace, and freedom. This year, we will not only celebrate the legacy of Dr. King, but also mark the 60th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, a milestone in the ongoing fight for equity and justice. Today's event is part of the largest King Day of Service in the nation, with tens of thousands of people participating across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. We have an inspiring program ahead filled with opportunities to reflect, serve, and take action. To officially kick off today's celebration, it is my privilege to introduce David Hardy, co-chair of this remarkable event and president of Girard College. As a leader deeply committed to education and community development, David Hardy embodies Dr. King's vision of justice and opportunity for all. So please give him a warm welcome.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Girard College. My name is David Hardy. I'm the proud president of Girard College. Mayor Parker is on her way here. I want to make sure we welcome her back. She was here last year. That's a good thing. I want to wish her continued success in what's really started out to be a very great administration. I think everybody agrees with that. Thank you. I want to welcome all the speakers here today, especially to my friend Karen Jordan from the Freedom Fighters, but we have a lot of great speakers here today, and for all those who continue to support Girard scholars, I welcome. Girard College has served as a central location for Global Citizen's annual Martin Luther King Day celebration and Day of Service for more than 15 years. During that time, our school has demonstrated its ongoing commitment to remembering the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King by making our campus and our staff available for this occasion. Throughout his life, Dr. King was a strong proponent of equal opportunity through quality education. He often said that the true purpose of education was intelligence plus character. It is our mission at Girard College to provide a rigorous academic program and instill the values of respect, responsibility, integrity, courage, and compassion to all of our students. As many of you are aware, the historic legacy of Girard College is intertwined with our nation's civil rights movement. With the acceptance of our first African-American students in 1968, Girard College began its journey of providing all students, regardless of color, with a high-quality, tuition-free residential education. Today, Girard continues to make a positive impact on the lives of our students, helping them to succeed academically and become future leaders of our community. The most notable example of that is our city councilman right here in the 5th District, Councilman Jeffrey Young, a Girard College graduate. We're grateful to Cecil B. Moore, Karen Jasper Jordan, the Freedom Fighters, and Dr. King, and all who marched outside these walls to give all children access to a great education. So I thank you all for being here today on our historic campus, and I invite you to visit us again. Next year is 2026, the 250th anniversary of our nation, and also the 250th anniversary of the arrival of Stephen Girard in our city. So we're going to be a big part of that celebration, and we hope to see you back here for that. Thank you very much. Enjoy the day.
Thank you, David. Next, we have Steve Farah, Executive Vice President of Public Affairs and Government Markets at Independence Blue Cross. We are very, very grateful for their sponsorship as the lead sponsor for the King Day of Service. Also, a special shout out to my buddy, Reverend Dr. Lorena Marshall-Blake over there from the Blue Cross Blue Shield Independence Foundation. She is an extraordinary community leader. Steve's leadership in advancing health equity and community wellness resonates with Dr. King's dream of a society rooted in compassion and care. Let's welcome Steve to share his reflections.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And good morning, Senator Hughes. Talk about somebody who's in the arena every day. It's a pleasure to see you, but I'm not surprised to see you here. Let me first not only thank you, Lorraine, but President Hardy, thank you. The reputation and the work and the legacy of Girard College is inextricably linked with our own city's legacy and everything we strive to be. And so thank you for your leadership to continuing that and making the city such a unique jewel in the world. Thank you. And to Todd, God bless you, brother. Man, this is quite an undertaking, and that's why we're so happy to be part of this. And let me also thank Lorena Marshall-Blake and my colleague, Kathy Albanese, and a special shout out to Courtney McDade, who in leading our Blue Crew and our volunteerism effort has been on point for making sure that we help Todd realize the vision that he's dedicated his life to, and that we walk every day in trying to manifest at IBC. So thank you very much to my team and colleagues here. Since I guess going back in biblical times, the world has been ending. I guess even with the written civilization. But I don't know, maybe it's my age, maybe it's the state of the world, but God, how prophetic is Dr. King? And how important, more than ever, is for his legacy to be remembered, but be embodied by action, not just words. So that's why it's so important for us to do what we do and get behind Todd's leadership and make sure that his legacy lives on forever and ever in these beautiful young faces that I'm staring at will shape the world going forward, to make sure that all the doom and gloom that we read about is just in the written word, not happening. Dr. King was prophetic. He showed us that love beats hate, and he showed us that doing beats just talking. So that's our pledge at IBX, and that's why we're happy to be here, because we want to be proponents, and we want to be in the legion of people promoting love over hate and doing rather than just talking. So thanks for having us be with you. Thanks for having us work arm in arm with you on this really important day for our city, our region, and our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The School District of Philadelphia has been with us from the very beginning. So it's now my honor to introduce Tony Watlington, Superintendent of the School District of Philadelphia and co-chair of today's event. As an advocate of quality education, Tony is transforming the lives of young people in our city and helping to build the beloved community Dr. King envisioned. Please join me in welcoming Tony Watlington.
Good morning. It's a true pleasure and honor to be here for the third time now, and I'm looking forward to being here for many years to come. Chair Bernstein, if you'll invite me, and President Hardy, thank you for extending the invitation. Senator Hughes, good morning. It's a true honor to be here to kick off this fantastic celebration that I understand happens nowhere in this country quite like it does in the city of Philadelphia. So I'm truly honored to be one of the participants here this morning in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. I'm also excited because we're making great strides in the school district of Philadelphia, the nation's 8th largest school district. The good stuff is improving in terms of 3rd through 8th grade reading and math performance. Our graduation rates are going up, dropout rates going down. So our kids are working really hard. And so I think that's a testament to the hard work of both Dr. King and many Americans who were part of that whole civil rights establishment. And I want to say we're so thankful that due to the leadership of leaders like Senator Hughes and other members of the General Assembly. And certainly with our mayor's leadership, we're getting additional funding for both the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as well as the city of Philadelphia. I think that's worth a big round of applause. Poor People's Campaign. So some folks in Pennsylvania are working hard to get it right. I also want to share with you that for the first time in a decade, our enrollment in the school district of Philadelphia increased this year by 1,841 students. We're very proud of that. Big round of applause. We're pushing hard under our strategic plan, Accelerate Philly, to get our kids the quality seats that our mayor often talks about, and also to implement and do a good job with our extended day, extended year programs, as well as the City College for Municipal Employment, all of which are huge priorities for our mayor. Dr. King may be gone, but certainly we know that the work on behalf of all of our children is far from over. With this ongoing fight in Washington, to the states and to local areas across this nation, we've got to stay committed to that good fight that Dr. King often referenced. I also want to note that this is, it's been nearly 2 decades or more since Superintendent Dr. Constance E. Clayton implemented a provision by which our kids will be required to learn African American history, part of that great American story. And so we want to be sure that all of our children know their history. And so it's really important as we focus this time of year to be good partners with this King Day celebration. I want to invite you to go to our website, philasd.org, to find out more information about the incredible work that's happening in the school district. And I am certainly looking forward to Chair Bernstein and President Hardy a day on, being out there with our students in the school district of Philadelphia, and faculty and staff will be participating in a day on, not a day off, as we celebrate this wonderful day of remembrance as well as action. Good morning and thank you.
Dr. King once said, "Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle." Karen Asper Jordan exemplifies this spirit. As president of the Cecil B. Moore Philadelphia Freedom Fighters, she carries forward the legacy of civil rights activism in our city. Please give a warm welcome to Karen Asper Jordan.
Morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to thank everybody that's here. In 1965, we were teenagers, walking around Girard College while the case was fought in court. 7 months and 17 days. That's how long we marched here. And I'm looking at the young people here. It is a pleasure, and I can call you babies. And there was a saying that Meldon Shamlin, who was the founder of the Cecil B. Moore Philadelphia Freedom Fighters, said, "We loved you before we knew you." And we knew that we could not go to Girard College, our children couldn't go. And we were teenagers, remember this. But we believed we were going to make a difference. And we joined the movement. Change is constant. Everything's going to change. So as you look around and see things going wrong in the world, get up and do something about it. I don't care how young you are. There were women, pregnant women, walking around this wall for anybody to go to this school. Free education, but it was in the middle of North Philadelphia. Our taxes were going to the school. The city government was in cahoots. The trustees at Girard College was in cahoots. We had to fight. We had to fight to get our children here. And we're still fighting today. It doesn't matter the platform. And I want to say to you young people, you can make a difference. We're here for you. Because we're older doesn't mean we don't know anything. Because we're here to stop you from making some of the pitfalls and getting you to see the fight that you're going to be struggling with. And you always have to look at people, look at what they, not so much what they say, look at what they do. And to people that write about the movement or anything else, Cecil said, get up and do something. A lot of people can give you lip service, but where are they? Support all of your organizations out here, you young people in school. There was a time that education meant everything to Black people because we knew we could move up. And then somewhere along the line, it came that if you were educated or you were a smart kid in the class, it was looked down upon. Well, let's get back to those times where the children that are excelling, you push them up. And those children that are up there, reach back and pull another kid that is struggling, because maybe you can help them. We're here, we love you before you knew you. And I just want to say, Cecil B. Moore was a Montford Point Marine, and they were the Marines that desegregated the Marine Corps back in the 40s. Those men had to build their own barracks. They had to work in swamps. There were snakes, you name it. But these men showed exemplary courage to fight that war and fight back here. And it took the president to do this, to get that order. And there were threats from A. Philip Randolph and other folks that they were going to march if Black men were not accepted into the Marine Corps. And they were the first ones going to combat. So as we talk about them, which we will be doing, and we'll have people from the Montford Point Marines here on MLK Day in the elementary school. There were 20,000 Black men that served in the Marine Corps. They were issued a Congressional Gold Medal, but a lot of these men did not get it. And here in Philadelphia, we're trying to reach those families, because if the men are not alive, some of them might be 80, 90, 100 years old, we give those to the families. So if you know people that were in the Marine Corps, and we're asking all veterans to come out, because there's a lot of information that we have to offer. And it benefits that veterans were not allowed to use, and now they're finding out that things like high blood pressure and those things that were denied, they can be treated for. So I just want to say, we loved you before we knew you, and you keep up that fight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are always an inspiration to us all. One of the highlights of the King Day of Service, not only the service that is conducted by all of volunteers, but it's this extraordinary opportunity to see the Philadelphia Orchestra for free in a special Martin Luther King Jr. performance. To tell us all about it is Danielle Allen, Vice President of Education and Community for Philadelphia Orchestra. Please welcome her.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure on behalf of our interim president and CEO, Ryan Fleur, as well as our music and artistic director, Yannick Nizes, again, to be here with you all today to tell you about our 35th annual Martin Luther King tribute concert. First, I just want to congratulate Todd and Global Citizen on this 30th anniversary of the King Day of Service, and it is our esteemed pleasure to sort of be the culminating event for this great day each year. At the Philadelphia Orchestra, we have a very deep and enduring commitment to what we call ideas: inclusion, diversity, equity, and access strategies. And that is not only displayed at the MLK concert, right? We do this throughout the season in the newly named Marian Anderson Hall at the Kimmel Center for the Performing Arts. But we also do this by globalizing the works of Black, Brown, and various composers from otherized communities around the world. So this is something that we are very, very deeply committed to. And part of that commitment, again, for the past 35 years has been this annual Martin Luther King Day tribute concert. This year is especially exciting because we have a guest conductor that you all may recognize from popular TV shows and movies like Criminal Minds or Your Honor. He is also a very, very talented conductor. His name is Damon Gupton. He will be joining us this year to conduct the world-renowned Philadelphia Orchestra. And we also have a guest violinist, Nathan Mural, who is the winner of the Sphinx Virtuosi contest. For those who don't know, Sphinx is an organization that exists to amplify Black and Brown voices in classical music. And if you have ever attended the Philadelphia Orchestra's MLK concert, you have heard Charlotte Blake Alston. She is a gem of Philadelphia who stands on that stage and just really embodies the spirit of Dr. King as she delivers his most powerful words. So I hope you join us to enjoy that. Another wonderful highlight of that concert, I'm so glad my friend Dr. Watlington is here because you heard all of the wonderful things happening in the School District of Philadelphia. And not to be forgotten are the arts. If someone tells you that the School District of Philadelphia has forgotten about the performing arts, you have to tell them it's untrue. Featured in this concert will be a combined choir of students from the Philadelphia High School for the Creative and Performing Arts, as well as President Hardy students from Girard College's high school choir. So we are very, very excited to highlight the wonderful artistic endeavors of our students at that concert. And you will get to hear great Black composers like James Weldon Johnson, William Grant Still, and Richard Smallwood. And this again is all a part of our mission and our commitment to continue Dr. King's, not only his dream, but his enduring legacy. So in order to join us, the public has to reserve tickets. And you can do that on our website, philorg.org/MLK 2025. Please do, it always sells out. So please reserve your tickets today. I believe the link is opening in just a few moments. And to conclude my remarks, I just really want to thank again our partners at Global Citizen and Girard College. This is one of our most happy times of the year. And we also like to thank our lead sponsor for this concert, Pico. Again, thank you for your time. And we look forward to seeing you on Martin Luther King Day in the historic chapel of Girard College.
The arts are so critical for all of us. They're really part of what makes us a beloved community. Someone who has truly elevated the arts to a community and to progressive causes and really uplifting our communities is, of course, the Mural Arts Philadelphia program. One of the highlights of these news conferences every year is the opportunity to see these incredible murals that are created by students. And so to tell us all about it and to go ahead and, welcome to the mayor, to get a chance to see what these beautiful mural pieces are all about, I'm going to introduce the true force of nature, an extraordinary leader, Jane Golden, Executive Director of Mural Arts Philadelphia.
So much, Lorraine. Hi, everyone. Danielle, that's so exciting. Let's hear it for the arts. So I am so honored to be here. This is quite a tradition we have. We do this every year. So this year's theme that we worked on was the beloved community. And this is a powerful idea rooted in love and justice and reconciliation. And for Dr. King, this wasn't an abstract dream, but it was practical and achievable, requiring us to live out our principles of love, empathy, and active service. We love our collaboration with Global Citizen over so many years. I think it's been 20 years. Not only is it highly educational, inspiring, but we get to play a small but mighty role in amplifying the brilliance of Dr. King and all his transformational work. I'm so grateful to my colleague and friend, Todd Bernstein, everyone. And all the people up here are such agents of change and transformation. I love them. And so each year we look at Dr. King's writings and we challenge young people to interpret it and illustrate it, thus keeping his words relevant and alive. Each school works on a section, and then as you can see, we connect them all And they're beautiful. And last year, we even had a portrait here of Mayor Parker. We've seen remarkable talent from our teaching artists. Can we have a round of applause for Priscilla Bell and Diamond Libriano? And we're working with Girard College, Elwood School, Alexa, and Barrett. The students have created these amazing designs. Thank you everyone who worked on them. I also want to thank the educators, Christine Ennedy, Noel Abdullah. Christine is from Girard. Noel is from Alexa. Emmanuel from Elwood Elementary School. And Rachel from Barrett Hebrew Academy. Your passion is exemplary. As we stand here today, we're also thrilled to be with our mayor, Sherelle Parker. Our funders mayor, the first woman in our city. A genuine leader is not, Dr. King said, a genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. And Mayor Parker offers bold leadership that understands the importance of coalition and consensus building. Clean and green and economic opportunity for all. Let's hear it. Extends our gratitude to Mayor Parker and everyone in the city who allows us, gives us the privilege of doing this work to make sure that art is everywhere. Like Danielle said, art is like oxygen and mural arts is like an energizer bunny. We are doing work in every part of the city. Everyone should have access to public art. And we believe, and Dr. Watlington, thank you so much for making a great home for mural arts, that art should be everywhere. Libraries, schools, community groups, rec centers, businesses, large and small, people of all ages should have access to art. The murals in the city are truly the autobiography of Philadelphia, and we are so proud of that and unstoppable. Dr. King was a giant, and his spirit lives on in all we do. There's a quote that I love. We row forward, looking back, and telling this history is part of helping people navigate towards the future. The past is set in daylight. May it become a torch that we carry into the night. That is the future. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And now I want to introduce our project manager, Donnell Powell, who's amazing. Donnell. Okay, so act like you're in a museum. And now you're going to have the interpretive part. Are you excited? I'm so excited. I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay, first up, we have Hamza Logan of Girard College.
They hold it now because it's.
Okay. Good afternoon, students, staff, faculty, President Hardy, Mayor of Philadelphia, and the wonderful Jane Gordon, who really started the Mural Arts Program in Philadelphia. My name is Hamza Logan, and I'm a current sophomore student of Girard College. This year in Protest Art, we had the wonderful, honorable opportunity of being able to collaborate once again with the Mural Arts Program. The first time we met with our instructor, Ms. D, or Ms. Diamond, we met her through a virtual Zoom call. The first time on that Zoom call we met her, at first it was kind of awkward and nervous, but she filled the room, even through a virtual screen, with a lot of enjoyment, compassion, and care, so that we could really feel like we were in with her in person. In addition to this, she asked us as many questions as possible so we can get the best input on our mural art that we're going to design. After our class gave her multiple ideas, one after the other, she went home and came together with one of the best ideas that she thought was the most important and also gave the most message. Once we painted the first time as a collective, she told us each about different stories, whether that was about her life, and how to better ourselves as students academically or through our employment. In the end, I'm very proud of what our mural came to, as you can see over on the purple one to the right. Our mural said that a person that stands for nothing will fall for will fall for anything. I'm really proud of what our mural came to because we got to show different hardships that we see our community face while also having a lot of fun and being able to be ourselves through creativity.
Okay, and now, is everyone ready for our next speaker? I am. Amina Han, the Orchestra Academy.
Good morning, my name is Amina Haj. I'm from 8th grade and I come from Orchestra Academy. This year, our mural represented the importance of community and working together as a society. A great example is this mural me and my fellow peers have created. Together as a group, as a community, we created a beautiful and meaningful mural showing the importance of diversity and coming together. Mentioned in this mural is a quote that we wrote. We should always work together. That one. We should always stick together because one day we'll need one another. Showing and emphasizing on the importance of helping each other and being there for one another. Of course, this mural wouldn't have come together without the help of our students and my fellow peers, Aliyah, Aya, Jenna, Myrna, Nihad, Zainab, Sarah, Amreen, and Nidra. Rowan, and of course, with the help and amazing help and guidance from Miss Noah and Miss Priscilla. Thank you.
Is Sarah Corman of Elwood Elementary. Where's our student? Oh, great.
Hello everyone, my name is Zero Corman. I'm a 5th grader at Elwood Elementary. The Blood community is a place where everyone can be lifted up to be the best they can be. It's a place where people can be treated fairly without racism or sexism. Most importantly, it's a place where everyone is included, loved, and respected. Our mural represents this because it has a multitude of people representing that everyone is lifted up with love and caring and being and cares for one another. Martin Luther King is at the forefront of our mural because he's the one who inspired us to do our mural. I'm proud that I can be a part of this. To make a mural that based on Martin Luther King's vision of the Blood community. Thank you.
Is Maya Shirota from Barrett Hebrew Academy.
Good morning. Good morning. We are a group of 9th graders from Jack and Barrett Hebrew Academy, and we are thrilled to present our mural to you all today. For our mural design, we were inspired by Rabbi Abraham Joshua Herschel, a friend and supporter of Martin Luther King Jr. and the Civil Rights Movement. Rabbi Herschel invited Dr. King and his family to his home for Passover Seder, but unfortunately, Dr. King was assassinated before he could attend. We wanted our mural to represent that Seder, with the addition of modern, everyday people. It was important for us to represent our Jewish identities in this design, while also emphasizing the importance of unity and community among people. Our school is pluralistic, meaning that we accept people who practice every denomination of Judaism. We wanted to embrace that inclusivity we practice every day at school and extend that further to celebrate people from all walks of life coming to share a meal. Designing and painting our mural together was an amazing opportunity. We are a small class, only 5 students, and working together as a team to create our design made us even closer. We would like to thank our collaborating artists, Diamond Whipper Young, for sharing her talents with us and bringing our vision to life. You were open to ideas and very supportive throughout the process. You were extremely kind, bubbly, and made our experience so special. Thank you to everyone who helped make our experience possible.
Stand up, Diamond, Priscilla, we love you. Congratulations. Beautiful.
Oh, look at
Okay,
this.
this-
Let's hear for these amazing young people. Girls, they're so incredible and truly exemplify the spirit of Dr. King. Let's hear it for the kids one more time. They were amazing. And you know what? 8 golden is better than 10 cups of coffee. It's truly remarkable. And now as we continue our program, no one embodies the spirit of service quite like Todd Bernstein, the president of Global Citizen and the visionary founder and director of the Greater Philadelphia Martin Luther King Day of Service. For nearly 3 decades, Todd has been a driving force behind this national movement of active citizenship. Please, let's give a very warm welcome for Todd Bernstein.
Thanks, Lorraine. Appreciate everyone being here today. Thank you, David Hardy, for being our host at Girard College for the 16 past years. I want to thank Jane Golden. I apologize for her lack of energy today. You should see her on most days. It's, so you'll have to work on that, Jane. And thank you to the amazing student artists. This is an amazing project that we do, which really unites young people of all backgrounds. And Jane, you were actually wrong. This partnership between us has been for 28 years. Into the second year. We are celebrating our 30th anniversary, as you know, of the King Day of Service. I also want to thank our co-chairs and our great sponsors, many of them led by Independence Blue Cross. Thank you, Steve. And very closely, and we appreciate it very much. And I always have to pay a special tribute to my colleagues, led by Campbell Bird, who you don't see, but he's somewhere in that in the Zoom that he's controlling. Campbell is an incredible asset to Global Citizen, and really appreciate his partnership. Karen Williams, Julius Honey, Roberta Frempong, where are you? Can you just raise your hands there, my colleagues? I just want to recognize and acknowledge some people who are here today from government and service. My friend of so many years, Senator Vincent Hughes. Relatively new Fire Commissioner Jeffrey Thompson. I know that Police Commissioner Bethel was going to try to make it, and we appreciate that partnership. Reverend William Martin representing Pastor Alan Waller from Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, Dr. Keith Leapart, I'm not sure if Keith is here, from Jefferson, my friend Ken Lawrence from Highmark, who is a big partner, another board member from Global Citizen. Dan Wofford is here someplace. Dan Wofford, last name Wofford, is the son of the co-founder of the National King Day of Service, Senator Harris Wofford. Not just the son, but the chair of the governor's office of citizen service, known as PennServe. So he carries on his dad's legacy in many ways. And I'd also like to thank Roz McKelvey, who often doesn't get the kind of acknowledgement that she deserves. Roz from Germantown Deaf Ministries does our signing and is a great leader in the community. Thank you, Roz. So the overarching theme on January 20th is Dr. King's vision of the beloved community, where all people work for justice, diversity, peace, and freedom without poverty, hunger, or hate. And 2025 also marks the 60th anniversary of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. As you may know, this King holiday falls on the same day as the inauguration of a new president. In a nation that has been so divided, it's more important than ever to reaffirm our commitment to Dr. King's values, his principle, and mission, to dedicate ourselves to his legacy, pursuing the cause of justice, fairness, democracy, and freedom. And I always like to say that the King holiday is more than just a birthday celebration. It's an opportunity to make Dr. King's legacy of civil rights and social justice our mission too, and not just on King Day, but every day with an energy of, as he liked to say, the fierce urgency of now. The mayor, who will be speaking in a minute, will talk about our signature project, which we're very excited about. I will not spoil that. And but I do want to mention just a couple of projects that we'll be doing here at Girard College. The Malcolm Jenkins Foundation, and most of you remember Malcolm Jenkins as being the all-star, all-pro safety for the Philadelphia Eagles. But more than that, he was a social activist, and he still is a social activist. His mother, Gwendolyn Jenkins, who couldn't be here today, is shepherding the foundation under his name, and they do such incredible work in the community. And the Malcolm Jenkins Foundation is partnering with National Public Radio's StoryCorps for a project called Brightness in Black, with interviews, particularly of young people, amplifying that everyone has an important story to tell, and everyone's story matters. And these recordings are not just going to take place on King Day, but they're going to be housed at the Library of Congress. So we're very excited about that. Mona, are you here from the foundation? There she is. We're very appreciative. Project is the Book Trust, who are partnering with our Reading Captains program to ensure that all kids have the opportunity to read independently by grade 4. The Book Trust is going to be giving away 3,000 books and assembling literacy kits that are going to be distributed to the community. Is anyone here from the Book Trust? Okay, well, thank you. We really appreciate it. And of course, I have to pay tribute to my friend Karen Asper Jordan. If it wasn't for the work of Karen, Ken Salam, and others from the Cecil B. Moore Philadelphia Freedom Fighters, we wouldn't be here, really, frankly. And the students who are here today, it's an all-white school, and this school educates deserving kids of color, mostly Black, to give a lot of people the opportunity that they would not ordinarily have and become excellent citizens. So thank you, David, for the mission of Girard College. And there will be hundreds of more projects, and it's not too late to go to mlkdayofservice.org and find a project or create your own. So my last duty, and always a fun one, is to introduce, in this case, the 100th mayor of our city. And I would like to present Girard Parker with symbolically our first T-shirt, even though you've seen it before, but mayor and our T-shirt highlighting Dr. King's vision of the beloved community. And you will see the values, many of the values of justice and reconciliation on the front, and 18 different languages with the word peace. So, and of course, always have to point out the sponsors on that will make this happen. So thank you, Mayor, for being one of our co-chairs.
This is mine.
That's yours, yes. This is to demonstrate the integrity of the mayor's office. They don't accept gifts of a certain price. So I got a call from the mayor's office and said, I know you're giving her a T-shirt. What is the value of that T-shirt? So I had to disclose that as a matter of public record.
You taught me well.
Mayor Parker.
Yes, thank you. Let me start on today by saying that it is an honor and a privilege to join with you all for this 30th annual Greater Philadelphia Martin Luther King Day of Service press conference. I want you to know, as I was sitting down, I said to myself, I consider myself a pretty energetic person. Sometimes. But let me tell you something. I would trade coffee for Jane Golden in the morning any day. I love that energy. And then listening to our young people, I know Todd recognized a great number of our distinguished participants who are present, but I have to give a huge shout out to Lorraine Ballard, Mural, board member here, Global Citizen. Thank you for your leadership, our president, Steve Farrer at Independence, and I believe, the greatest superintendent in the nation of any other school district, Dr. Robinson. Karen, every time, I'm with you, Todd, every time we think about Girard, we think about the leadership, and we'll never forget that, for we would not be here. We stand on your shoulders. Let me say this to each of you. For the past 3 decades, more than 2.5 million people throughout our region of all ages and backgrounds have honored Dr. King's legacy of racial, social, and economic justice in the Greater Philadelphia King Day of Service. Now, we should have extremely high expectations for the city of Philadelphia because we are by far the birthplace of our democracy here in our nation, and we can boast of having the first and the largest King Day of Service in the nation right here in our city. So this is something for us to be proud of. Todd, I want to say a special thank you to you and to Global Citizen for starting and leading what has become a national movement to celebrate Dr. King through diverse citizen action and for spearheading the year-round civic engagement programs that promote social justice. Because we remind people, while we talk about the gathering and the coming together formally for the Day of Service, the power of the work is that we have made pursuit of racial, social, and economic justice in honor of Dr. King's legacy, standard operating procedure, and the Global Citizen. You all lead that for us, and that deserves a round of applause. Thank you. And the young people, right? The focus on the beloved community of working for justice, diversity, peace, and freedom, combating poverty, hunger, and hate, Todd mentioned, also happens to occur on the 60th anniversary of the 1965 Voting Rights Act and reminds us all about those sacred principles. But when you start talking about all of this together, I will be very honest with you all, it can feel heavy. Talking about all of these things at once. How in the world will we ever fix all of these challenges that are so complex and so layered? When you look at the mural and art, a pure reflection of the vision of our young people, and listen to those who presented on today, you have to have hope that united, there is nothing that we can't conquer together. So please give our young people a huge, huge, huge. This is extremely important because I need to affirm for you how formally and officially we here in the city of Philadelphia are going to continue with our strong participation. We will join with our chair sponsor, Independence Blue Cross, leading volunteers at Girard College, sorting and packing toiletry kits that are going to be distributed to people through the partnership with our new, and I'm really excited about this, our neighborhood community action centers, or mini city halls that we established. So people in the city of Philadelphia, Senator Hughes, they don't have to, and Tiffany, go all the way to City Hall or to the MSB building to get service. They can get service in their neighborhoods through our mayor's Office of Neighborhood and Community Engagement. These neighborhood community action center sites, they're going to serve as distribution points in our efforts to work with Independence Blue Cross. Dr. Loretta Marshall Blake and Steve Farrer, thank you. We're very, very grateful for that. Give Blue Cross a huge round of applause. We're grateful. Now, our fire commissioners here. The fire department, led by Commissioner Jeffrey Thompson, they are going to host projects throughout the city, including fire safety and CPR training. So fire department and King Day of Service, check, engage. Dr. Wadlington, under our superintendent's leadership, the School District of Philadelphia, they are organizing community projects throughout the city of Philadelphia. School District of Philadelphia participation, check. The Recreation Department, under the leadership of Commissioner Sue Slauson, they're going to be hosting beautification and other projects at recreation centers throughout the city of Philadelphia. So Rec Department in the city, check, right? So we have fire, public safety, also engage, education and recreation department. So to all of our sponsors, and I have to say this again, because when we look at our budgetary constraints and our limited revenue generating capacity in the city of Philadelphia, there is no way that we could do all of this alone were it not for the participation of all of the sponsors. So I know you're gonna feel awkward when I do this, but I want all of the sponsors to please stand. Blue Cross, all of the sponsors who are present, please stand. Please stand. You wouldn't be able to do this. So I want to say to you all now, it's not too late to sign up. Now this is a fun part, Philadelphia. I was here last year, and there was a gentleman who was here who was a sponsor, sitting in the audience while we were making remarks and going through the program. Do you remember, Todd? I do. And Steve and Dr. Wadlington. And we were talking about who would be the 27th annual Greater Philadelphia Martin Luther King Day of Service Harris Wofford Active Citizenship Award recipient. And this award, I want you to know this, is named after our former Pennsylvania U.S. Senator Harris Wofford, co-founder of the National Martin Luther King Day of Service, along with Atlanta Congressman, the late great civil rights icon, John Lewis. If you will remember, and he is definitely one of our icons, Harris Wofford, he was a lifelong champion for civil rights and national service and was a very close advisor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And so this award is presented annually to a person or an organization who has been involved in the Greater Philadelphia King Day of Service and embraces the legacy of Dr. King through social justice and civic and citizen action. Aside from all of those elements, this person is my senior statesman. He is one of my mentors. Were it not for his leadership and his believing in me early in the hour, and I mean this for every young person who is present here on today. Sometimes in your mind, you may think about all of the challenges that are in front of you that could prevent you from obtaining a goal that you may be pursuing, and the people who believe in you when you are having doubts yourself, when you need to be encouraged and motivated to move forward in your journey. There is nothing like having someone who believes in you. He's not only a senior statesman, he is a part of the foundation of much of my platform. You can't talk about extended day, extended year, and talk about helping young people during winter break, during the summer break, without referencing something that he taught me about when I was a state legislator called the summer slide. You can't talk, that's in reading, that's during the summertime when our kids are out of school and they're not engaged in constructive activity. They may actually regress in their academic preparation. And he, very early on in the hour, before it became a popular thing to do, said, this is something that we should be investing in. He has also become my therapist. He is who I call to talk to when it doesn't make good sense. And, you know, Ken, you've been there. I mean, I wasn't there that long. I was only there for 10 years, but sometimes things just don't make sense. And you need someone to help you navigate it. I'm telling you, there is no more of a statesman, a teacher, a mentor than a former state rep who is now the appropriations chairman. That means he's the man I go to see about money for Philadelphia and the Pennsylvania State Senate, state senator for the 7th district, proud son of an educator, standing on the shoulders of teachers who will still tell you what to do, because she will still give you direction. He fights tirelessly every day for investments and progress in education, affordable housing, healthcare, gun violence prevention, and mental health, just to name a few. So as we mark the 60th anniversary of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, we thank Senator Hughes for being not just here in Philadelphia, but at the local, state, and national levels. He is a very respected voice on voting rights and particularly fighting against voter suppression. Now, he is also one of the most extremely smart men I have ever met in the world. He happens to be married to one of the most dynamic women, Monique Braxton, and Dr. Lorena Marshall Blake. She wears these beautiful crimson and cream colors and is a member of this wonderful sorority, Tiffany Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And I think it's coming up, she is going to have officially unveiled her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And she's the original dream girl. And we claim her as one of our daughters here of Philadelphia because she is the first lady. To our champion, to my friend, teacher, and mentor, Vincent Hughes, who happens to be the husband of the distinguished Cheryl Lee Raff. Give it up for our state senator. Citizen of the King Day of Service, as mayor of the city of Philadelphia, 100th mayor and the first woman, I am delighted to present the 27th annual Harris Walford Active Citizenship Award to our state senator and appropriations chairman, Vincent Hughes.
Okay, for the school district, thank you. 2, 1, thank you. Congratulations, Senator.
We're gonna embarrass him. No, Senator, you have to say a few words. Yes, he has to talk. Give him another round of applause.
It takes a lot to surprise me. And this was certainly a surprise. Wow. So thank you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I am the mayor's therapist. Fortunately, she has insurance. I don't know if it's you. I don't know. So my rate's going up, all right? Okay. It's truly humbling. Very surprised. And, all right, Irina, okay, all right. Thank you. So, Dan, wow, all right. So many of you, Todd. So good advocacy leads to great opportunity. The fuel of that is service. That's the fuel, that's the energy that connects the good advocacy with the great opportunity. It was the good advocacy of Cecil B. Moore, all right, that led to the great opportunity that has been manifested in so many graduates of Girard College over the years, Mr. President. That good advocacy leading to greater opportunity with the through line being service. To be connected to Dr. King in this event is in this formal way, it's very humbling. But I think the message of this is that we don't stop.
That's right. Here.
We don't give up. We keep the advocacy going. It was the advocacy, Dr. Watlington, and the only thing I've ever been angry with the mayor about was when she was the state rep and decided to leave Harrisburg just as I became the chairman of the Appropriations Committee. Just as I became chair of the Appropriations Committee, she said, I'm out of here, I'm going to city council. And I'm like, what you doing to me? We had a great team, but it was the advocacy of winning the lawsuit for funding of public education. It took a 9-year journey to get to a victory, which then resulted in over $1 billion increase in funding. And keep the advocacy going. We'll repeat that for the next 7 years so that we can get to the equity and advocacy that we deserve to have, that these young people deserve to have. Yes. And that our community deserves to have. And I would only ask that, Madam Mayor, that you lead us as you have been doing some great work as the 100th mayor, with all the barriers that you've been shattering throughout this process. I would only ask that we reset our sights on how we see this city through the eyes of young people.
Ooh, wow.
That we see our city through their eyes and create the opportunities that they have, that they deserve to have. Led by this effort, okay, the spirit of this effort, led by that we vision and put our city in their eyes. So that when we turn it over, Madam Mayor, we're turning it over into good hands. That's right. There's been, Todd, I don't think any better representation in this city of corporate and community partnership than the day of service. And I look at this this group of donors, and those are just the ones that made it to the thing, okay? There's a whole lot more, right? There's a whole lot more. I know you want more than that. Okay, I understand. All right, okay. But there's what greater partnership do we know? Madam Mayor, what greater partnership do we know? Okay. And so all of this leads us in a special way. And Dr. Waddington, and use the conversation, our very first conversation, Madam Mayor, very first, Dr. Waddington called me on the phone. Said, I'm the new guy in town, Senator, what we gonna do? I said, look, it's all about grade level reading, grade level math, and increasing those rates. We have to collectively come together, and you're leading us in this effort, and Madam Mayor as well. We cannot have a community that does not read at grade level. Function. No community can function if it's not reading and counting and have this capacity for discernment. No city can function, no community can function. So you gave me the award. With the award comes the opportunity to speak. I'm speaking, okay? And finally, and I say this in a quiet whisper, let's reach out to our brothers and sisters in Los Angeles. Yes. Right? I just talked to your soror on my way over here. They had to shut down everything. A production of America's Greatest TV Show at Elementary. It is, okay, right? That is an out of control situation. And I know y'all know what that means, okay? I know you know what that means, okay? There is, Madam Mayor, I'll slide you, Mayor Bass's cell number. You reach out, and maybe a connection. But we must say a prayer, and if there's a way to be helpful to them out there, it is a desperate, uncontrollable environment. And we must step there, because what is that? That's surface. Yes. Helping one another, all right? So thank you all very much. Know this, usually when there's an award like this, there's usually an ask for money at some point. Right? So I'll call Marchowski and the crew in Harrisburg and tell them to be alert. So thank you all very much. Young people, young people, young people, young people. See all this up here? All the big shots up here? This is your job to have in 15 to 20 years. This is your job to have. That mural presentation, that's my girl right there. Give her what I just saw. That mural presentation, I ain't worried about it. That's right. That's right. That's right. Y'all got this, young people. Yes. Y'all got this. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Senator Hughes. Thank you, Mayor Parker. Thanks to all of you who came here to support this extraordinary event. And I end with this quote that Todd actually shared with me years ago. And Dr. King said, everyone can be great because everyone can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. Thank you so much for joining us here today.